Rapunzel, Stories Around the World by Cari, Meister. Rapunzel, a German fairy tale, illustrated by Valentina, Belloni. Once upon a time, there lived a man and a woman who desperately wanted to have a baby. Year after year, they waited. No baby came. The couple lived next to a sorceress who had a magnificent garden. One day, the woman noticed a bed of Rapunzel. It looked so delicious. She longed for it more than anything. "If I don't have that Rapunzel," the woman told her husband, "I will die." So the man climbed over the garden wall and stole a handful for her. Oh, how fresh and crunchy it tasted! His wife was content that night. The next day she asked for more. Again the husband climbed over the wall. This time the sorceress was waiting. "How dare you steal from me?" she yelled. "You will pay for this." "Be merciful," the man begged. "My wife saw your Rapunzel and was overcome with longing for it." "Very well," the sorceress said. "Take the Rapunzel, but under one condition. I will take your first child in return." The man, not knowing what else to do, agreed. In time, the woman gave birth to a baby girl. True to the agreement, the sorceress took the child. She named her Rapunzel and locked her in a tower near the forest. The tower had only a small window at the top. Rapunzel grew into a beautiful woman with long golden hair. Whenever the sorceress wanted to see her, she would call, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would lean out the window and let her hair fall to the ground. Up the sorceress would climb. One day, a prince was riding through the forest. He heard Rapunzel singing. The prince wanted to see her, but there was no way into the tower. The next day, the prince returned. He hid behind a tree and watched as the sorceress called out and climbed up Rapunzel's hair. After the sorceress left, the prince tried. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," he said. The golden hair appeared, and up the prince climbed. The prince instantly fell in love, and when he asked Rapunzel to marry him, she agreed. But she had no way out of the tower. "Each time you visit," she said, "bring some silk. I will tie it together to make a rope." So little by little, the silk rope grew. Soon, the sorceress found out about the prince. Furious, she cut off Rapunzel's hair and cast her deep into the woods. Then she waited in the tower for the prince. When the prince called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," the sorceress let down Rapunzel's hair. When the prince reached the window, the sorceress cackled. "Ha ha 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 ha! You will never find Rapunzel," she squawked. "She's gone forever." Full of sadness, the prince leaped, landing on a thorn bush that poked out his eyes. The prince wandered the woods blind and heartbroken for many years. Then, one day he heard singing. "Rapunzel?" Upon seeing her prince, Rapunzel cried. Her tears fell into his eyes, and his sight returned. Rapunzel and the prince found their way back to his kingdom, where they lived happily ever after. Rapunzel, narrated by Miss